This young guy, Nick Shirley, is uncovering millions of dollars of fraud.
You know what I said is that
because
what we're talking about is...
we want to build trust, but fraud is fraud, so why should we be enabling fraud to happen here? The facts are the facts that fraud is happening here.
Part of what's happening while he's doing this is he's catching these people in what's called the death spiral of a lie. And I don't believe he knows exactly what he's doing. It comes natural. I'm going to show you in this short video the 5 steps of the death spiral of a lie. If you've ever wondered how to catch somebody when you're trying to detect deception, pay attention. Here we go. Step 1 is the trigger. And there has to be a motivation. The trigger is you know you're involved with something and you must cover it up. So there has to be a trigger to get you to start down the death spiral. This can be a crime that's committed. This can be money that's been laundered. This can be caught on the spot with a question you're not prepared for. That's why we call it a trigger. So a trigger can be spur of the moment, like you get pulled over by a cop and they say, "Where are you going?" and you start making something up. It can be long term. It can be something that you've done. Or in this case, it could be somebody that you want to protect.
Can I put my son in a daycare here?
No, I don't know.
Can I speak to someone?
No, I don't know.
No? Yeah, I would like to see if I can put my son Joey here.
Who's your son, Joey?
My son Joey. Can I check out daycare center?
No!
So step 1 is always the trigger. Once that happens, it forces the person who's making things up into step 2. And step 2 is the creation or the fabrication of the lie itself. And this can happen in many ways. It can be omission, leaving something out. It can be commission, meaning you've done something that you're covering up for. It can be a third flavor called transference, and this is where you take someone else's story and pretend that it's yours. And the fourth flavor is called embellishment. How many times have you heard, "I caught a fish this big"? The key here is depending on how long you have to think about it, you can become really good at this. If you got plastic surgery several years ago, you have plenty of time to tell people, "No, this isn't filler, this is just my natural face. I never get wrinkles." It makes it much easier to tell the lie the more time you have to rehearse it, and less stressful. Whereas in this case, he's catching people right now and they have no time to rehearse anything, and you can see the stress.
Yeah, I'd like to know if this is a legit business.
Me, I'm scared of you too. How come I explain you everything?
You're scared of me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of your curry.
Because of my color. You said you're scared of me because of my color. Does that make you a racist?
Yeah, no.
But
no.
You said you're scared of me because of my color.
I'm not saying you're racist.
You said you're scared of me because of my color. That makes you a racist.
Once that happens, you go into step 3 of the death spiral, and that is deconflicting what you've just came up with. So deconflicting means you have to untangle this from everything that you're thinking about. You got to analyze how people are going to receive it. You have to sort of proof text it. You have to think through, what am I saying? Does it make sense? Is anyone going to catch on? Or does it sound outlandish? You must deconstruct it for it to be even remotely believable. Otherwise, if you don't have time to deconstruct, you start to overreact or you start to panic like you see here.
Right now, they're all getting mad because he's showing the paperwork of this business being registered as a business. 74 children, no children. We saw 1 child when the lady opened up the door. So now they're all getting mad.
What was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that money spent on? There aren't any kids.
Ask the owner and the kids.
Well, then why are you talking for the owner if you're telling me to talk to the owner?
I'm sorry. I'm not understand what you're talking about.
Do you have a child here?
No.
It's not my business that children are missing. 74 infants and toddlers, preschool.
The proof's right there. There's no children anywhere.
It's from the state of Minnesota right here.
I've been parts of hundreds of interrogations. This is where you get people to try to think on the fly. They're thinking, is this going to make any sense? And they're working it through in their head to deconflict it to make sure that this is actually believable. And just as an aside, this is where lies of omission, where you're leaving things out, this is where it gets even more tough because you need to put in things that actually happened to be believed, but yet you're defending something by saying you didn't do anything and you don't know anything about it. So it makes a very, very hard web to unweave, which brings us to the big one. Step number 4, this is where you deliver the lie. This is where you pitch your pitch. So you've already been triggered. You've already begun to construct the lie in your brain. You've already begun to analyze proof text and deconflict the lie. And now you must tell the lie. And if you're not rehearsed and if you don't know what you're saying and you're questioned on the spot, like Nick Shirley is doing here, you will come up with things that are ridiculous, that are unbelievable. Your eyes will dart all over the place as you're looking for an answer. And you may even start to elevate your voice. And you go from this to this because you're panicking.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Why are you recording?
Yes. We would like to know.
Well, it says we're trying to figure out 102 children. Is that for this facility?
What is the name? I see
It's from the state of Minnesota website. It says you have 102 children here in your child care.
Which child care name is a lot of
Minnesota Child Care right here. It's from the state of Minnesota's website. We're just wondering where the children are. We're just wondering where the kids are.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley.
And where are you? Which department? That is harassment.
Oh, we are from ourselves.
Yeah.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going.
You see, guys, this is where if you have time to think about this and you're not caught on the spot by Nick, you can be more relaxed. You can keep your breathing slow. You don't panic. But if it's on the spot, this is when body language starts to give you away. And this is where it gets interesting. Nick does this by asking where the kids are. Nick does this by saying, why can't I put my son Joey in class?
Up.
I can't answer.
What news? Are you a news reporter?
My name's Nick. We're doing a little documentary trying to find little Joey a spot to put himself in one of these centers here because there's
So why are you asking us about
the fraud.
and stuff like that?
Yeah, because we want to make sure we're going to a legit business if we're going to bring our little boy Joey here.
This is not a Joey spot.
So little Joey would not be accepted to that daycare.
Joey's still homeless.
Joey's still looking for daycare.
He pushes back against the lie that was told. And ultimately, when people run out of ways to defend themselves, they will either get so angry that they yell and scream, like here in a different language.
I'm not understand what you're talking about.
Do you have a child here?
I think we're moving on to the next location.
Or they'll put up their hand and try to stop you.
And I hope you print that. Thank you for coming today.
Okay.
Or they will close the door in your face.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going.
Or they will get in their car and leave. Or they will turn their back and walk away.
But this is we can't let you guys do so.
Okay, thank you.
Either way, when they can no longer defend the lie, they must leave or they must get you to leave. And Nick does this brilliantly. How do you feel about what Nick's doing? Do you think he's doing a good job of confronting people? Tell us what you think about this whole thing in the comments section.